Sometimes the days get so long, so I'll just close my eyes. Far away is where I'll be. So if you need to find me, I'll be gone on my own. I can't tell you why, it just feels like sometimes I feel so young. Sometimes I feel so but if I close my eyes, I feel you standing here with me, and I'll be gone on my own. I can't tell you why, it just feels like
Yo, what's up, gang?
Hey guys, happy Friday. Wearing red.
Yeah, hey, it's Friday. It's nice out.
Yes, it's a beautiful day. Oh my
Studio's
God.
nice and comfortable.
Yes, and I even turned it on late and it's still comfy.
I'm not even wearing pants. How nice it is.
So hopefully everybody had a great week. Sorry, lawn day again, so no makeup, no hair.
I like you all natural.
This is completely old hag natural, so sorry.
I like that natural look on you. It's a good look for you.
So hopefully, we have 5 viewers so far. 8 people popped in so far, and welcome to Living Hopefuls recovery chat. We're just here to hang out, talk recovery. Anybody that would like to comment, hey Stephanie, if you are watching on your television, you are unable to comment, but if you are watching on your TV and turn on your phone and put us up there, you can comment in there, or you can give us a call at 267-737-8031 if you want to chat. So, if anybody is out there that is new to the page, please give us a shout out. If you're on your phone, say hi. Let us know where you're from and how you found out about us. That would be cool. I'd like to know where we're being shared and how you're finding out about us. But we are a recovery chat. We sit back. We just talk about things that are in the news, or things that I see on the many pages that I follow. Or we will set a topic of something that I feel is important for some of us to understand. So we're new to YouTube. We have been doing Facebook Lives, but other reasons we had to find a different forum. So here we are on YouTube. I'm hoping everybody finds us. I've been posting so that people realize where we are and how to get here. So hopefully they find us. We are a recovery chat. We are family members that had somebody in our lives struggling with substance use disorder. And that doesn't mean just drugs. That means alcohol. Anything that is mind altering, we're here to talk about. If you are struggling, you have somebody that is active and out there that needs help, we're here to talk
We
to.
go beyond drugs and alcohol. We could touch on gambling.
Yes, I mean, addiction is addiction.
If you
And
have a
it-
shopping addiction, my wife could really help you with that there, give you some tips and pointers.
So if you guys are struggling with anything, please just if you can get into the comments, pop it in the comments. If you are struggling with something really bad that you need to get some suggestions from, for anybody that is on the feed, feel free to pop it in the comments if you're on your phone. And we have several people here. We have people that are in recovery and have been in recovery for a long time. We have some people in here in recovery that's been in recovery for a short time. We also have family members, and we also have people that have lost someone due to substance use disorder. And just having that type of group out there can be very helpful to anybody that is out there struggling, because they've been there, they've done it, they lived it, and pretty much everybody's story's the same, just different characters and maybe different
Just the
places.
names have been changed to protect
Yeah.
the innocent.
But, we're just people that are sharing our experiences and sharing our suggestions. That doesn't mean you have to take anything that we say home with you.
Right, we're only giving suggestions, things we know that have worked for us and for other friends.
Exactly.
Nobody's telling you what to do.
No. And
Just trying to give you some
yes,
ideas.
and it started for us where we went to our meetings and people helped us through some difficult times.
They sure did.
I did not care for a lot of what they said until I spent time going to the meetings and hearing them and understanding what they were saying was not exactly what I was hearing. So
That
that's
happens a lot when I talk to her too. I mean,
so that
she's
is
not hearing what I'm saying.
that is something that it's very important that you do that. You really have to listen sometimes. And our loved ones can be struggling. And, we have to learn how to see the signs and how to help them through it. And for the most part, we being family members are not the answer. We may be the person that is unable to help them. but we can guide them from their experiences and where they were in their journey to recovery. So we do that, and I hope that that can help people get there. So, you know, we're here even when we're not on the show. The phone number up on the screen, you can call anytime, and I'm here to help.
The hotline is always
Yeah,
open.
I'm here to listen whenever you need to talk or scream or shout. You know, that's the most important. And the most important thing, and I was just talking to someone this evening, that, you know, oh, I wish I could get to meetings. I really need to get to meetings. I really need to hear what people are saying. Well, this is where we have to say, like, we have to make sure that we're doing this, because being in meetings, being in an area where people understand where you're coming from, what you're going through, and understanding the most important thing.
Definitely, it's critical.
It
really
is, especially in the beginning. I mean, we lose a lot of people along the way because their loved ones are doing well. And then all of a sudden they're coming back because their loved ones aren't doing well. And we're in this, October 1st will be 7 years. And I continue to stay strong in it because tomorrow's never promised. Relapse is, you know, a thing. And, you know, it doesn't have to be part of your journey or their journey.
But it's definitely a possibility, a
Yes.
strong possibility, if you don't work some type of
Right.
program. It really increases your odds
Right.
of relapse.
And then, you know, if your loved one is suffering from substance use disorder, is in recovery, and is in recovery a short period or a long period, it's kind of keeping you where you need to be. I know that if, God forbid, you know, my loved one would relapse, it will be devastating to me. And I hope that with the tools, with the education, and with the
It's devastating
support.
to them also. I mean, nobody,
Right.
you know, wakes up in the morning and says, yeah, I think I'm going to relapse today.
Yeah, but it's just so important for everybody to know that we have tools out there, we have support out there, we have the means to get back on track, to remember what we were taught, remember what we learned, remember the tools that we used to get to where we needed to be. And that's the most important thing. And that's why I continue to do what I do, to just be there for the next person like they were there for me.
And not only us, but, you know, the person in recovery himself should learn to recognize the warning signs. Because, you know, 'cause there's warning signs, flags start going up before the relapse actually happens. Usually, sometime before. You know, you'll see a difference in behavior. You know, and stuff. You'll just see little warning signs. You know,
Right.
it doesn't hurt sometimes. Say, hey, is everything okay?
But we also have to remember to recognize, too, that just because they're in recovery and they come out and they're riding on the pink cloud because they really want it, life happens. And life sucks ass. I'm sorry, but it does. It
Horrible thing
just
that's happened.
sucks. And it's a matter of people understanding and figuring out how to get through those struggles in life, because, you know, every day is a struggle for everybody. I don't care how happy and joyful you are, you know, life happens, and, you know, you need to know where you are in that and how you're going to continue to keep your strength, and that's by support. No matter what it is in life, support is the most important thing. You have people that actually go to church, and if that's where you find your strength, then that's where you go. That's, if you are a person that is in a support group, then, and that's where you find your strength, then go to the support group. Get to your support group, get that strength that you need, and get back on track, because there's nothing worse than feeling lost and alone. And when you find out that your loved one has this issue with substance use disorder, it's so devastating. It just like knocks the wind out of you.
Sure, it is, because let's face it, addiction is a family disease. It affects the whole dynamics of the whole family. I mean, on so many different levels. So it's important, that your loved one and you both stay vigilant in their recovery and in your recovery.
Exactly.
I mean? It takes work on both ends. I mean, it really does. And things do get better. I've seen many examples of it. Things do get better.
Right.
You just had to get to a point where your loved one embraces their recovery and start doing it for themselves, and not
Right.
for you, but for themselves.
For themselves.
And at that point, they'll see their quality of life improving, things coming back into their life. People, children, activities, their hobbies that they put aside. I mean, whatever they might be. I mean, that's also another good sign of a relapse. When you see things that they really enjoy doing, like, and all of a sudden they're not really doing it no more. They're not really finding joy in it no more. They're starting to get like stuck in their own head, even if it's something stupid like ride a bike, or I just say, if you see these little warning signs, say, hey, everything all right? I notice you're not really into riding your bike anymore. Or I notice you don't, do that arts and crafts stuff you like to do anymore. Say, hey, you want to do it? How about we do it together? How about you teach me? And that's your kind of way of kind of building a little trust there and getting a conversation maybe going.
Yep.
Because they don't want to come out and tell you, they don't want to hurt you and tell you, yeah, I'm really depressed. I don't know. I think I'm on the edge. They don't want to say that. Right?
No, because they know
How it's going to devastate you.
Right, and they've seen it already. They've seen what finding out did to you. Now you're going to tell them that, I'm just not feeling good in my, with myself. And then, I don't care how much education you have, it's still going to knock the wind out of you. It's just a matter of how strong you are to get back up on your feet and, reach out and get to the support meetings and get the help that you need to continue on.
And trust me, no matter how much education you get, and like how much you might think, like we have it all together because we educate our own, but it happens to everybody, even the people who are educated, and then it's tough for them.
Fishing with
we have
swervins
friends that are
in.
experiencing it, and they're like drawn. They know the right thing to do, but it's your own child, and it's like you got to practice what you preach, and it's very hard. It is, and you got to reevaluate yourself, what you're doing. It's tough because all in all, especially you're a parent, you're pre-wired on what you're supposed to do. And like I said before, when it comes to your child or your loved one or whatever, we got to go against what we've been taught our whole lives, because those same actions can actually be very detrimental to their health.
Yes.
Especially when you cross over to the realms of like enabling and stuff and all. Which, we don't want our loved ones to hurt, we want to do what we can.
And we want to do everything to make things easy for them, but we have to be careful of what things we're doing for them to make it easy.
Right, like making it easy, I don't want to put too much pressure on.
Right.
Charlemagne, that's a good name. We don't know any Charlemagne, so I can use that generic name. I like that name. But too much, because they could relapse, this and that.
Yeah. And then everybody's
take care of this.
Yeah.
I'm going to take care of this.
Everybody's walking on eggshells.
They're
And
walking on eggshells. We're paying off this, that. We're not. I mean, I don't even want to ask them to take out the trash. Don't get upset.
Right.
I'll take that trash out.
Right. And so.
And in doing so, there's no consequences.
Right. So you have to make sure that there's consequences. We have Swervin in the house as well as Stephanie. Hey, Vegas, how are you out there? just want to also remind everybody that we are new to YouTube. So if you wouldn't mind subscribing to the page, liking it, and sharing it. You never know who might come across it
Yeah.
and who might
It's
just...
a new format. I think we may have lost a few people temporarily, but
Right,
it was a change that had to take place. Facebook was just over the top ridiculous with everything from music to this and that, and with threats and like, it's.
Yeah,
I
so...
mean, we're doing a recovery show. Why you got to be such a buster?
Right.
You know, like
We're
just-
doing a support show.
Anybody
Like,
watch the show before you make these accusations? I mean, oh my God,
Yeah.
they got these robots and these what's that word I'm looking for?
I don't know. Your son would know.
I want to say analog, but it's not.
It's not.
What's
Where,
that word, son?
where they look for
that
the
they use
music.
it.
They,
Algorithm. That's what it is.
algorithm.
I couldn't get it. I'd like to
Algorithm.
My producer over here knows about all this stuff.
yeah, so, so this is what we did. We switched over to YouTube. We're hoping that we can get, but we're hoping we can do more here to
A little more
help
leeway, a little more freedom. We can have our
Right.
music back.
and get our music back. And the music, if you did join in the beginning, that was music by my director,
And
my
everything
son,
threatening
Rich.
the show with the music. I mean, with copyrights and all. Well, my producer not only produced the music, but he made the music and he owns the music and owns all rights to the music and all legally. He's totally legit. It's registered. Everything. And they just have to register like they're like robots. They just say nonsensical stuff and there's nobody to talk to. Say, hey, we own this music. It's ours. There's nobody to talk to. It's just all robots and whack jobs. And, anybody. So many people getting tired of Facebook as it is with
Yeah.
the threats. And,
Yeah.
I mean, if you use the wrong word, I mean, oh my gosh, you're inciting violence or this or that.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean,
You can't have fun anymore.
I mean, I know
It's-
people that are on the straight and narrow. They're like traumatized. Like, oh my God, I'm in Facebook jail. This person never even got a parking ticket. Or and now they're being labeled as some kind of, I don't know, suspicious character or
Yes.
dangerous. Like, oh my gosh, like Mother Teresa, out there, they put her in Facebook jail for touching children, blessing them.
So, who's out there? If you are on your phone and you can, put a hand up and say hi, tell me where you're at.
Fishing with Swervin.
And
Swervin's a nice guy.
yeah, so Swervin curses all the time on his channel, and so do I. But I'd like to know where you're finding us, where we're going, because I don't know how to find it on this. I accidentally found it on Facebook Live, so
Yeah, we could tell you what different countries are tuned in.
yeah.
It was pretty neat.
pretty cool. But
But
yeah, we've had a good week.
we got a new learning curve.
Yes. Getting the yard ready. Tomorrow or Sunday is the Princess Cinderella birthday party
It's
for
like
my
party week
granddaughter.
For my granddaughter.
Yes.
She gets a whole week to celebrate. And
Yes.
she
And
loves her birthday. I think she liked her birthday more than Christmas, I think. Oh,
She
was
does.
so pumped.
yeah, Wednesday was her birthday, and Thursday she was like, when's my next birthday? Like, it's like 364
And she
days,
said,
little girl.
This is like the greatest day ever. Like, oh my God, your heart melts. Like, oh my God.
Yes.
And I'm not a real wishy-washy guy.
Please do share that with your home group. Share it with everybody.
To everybody. We have a call-in line. People can always call in, ask a
Yeah.
question. Remember, it's 267-737-8031. We can put you live on the show. I mean, you can use your name. You can use an alias. It don't matter.
Right.
We're
So,
just trying to get out to
Hey,
more and more
Sue.
people.
so
Hello, Sue.
and please, subscribe, like, and share, because you never know. We're only here to help the next person. That is it. I don't do this. I don't get paid. I don't take money. I've been offered money, but I haven't taken money, and I will use Livingren's name often. In case you didn't notice,
She picked the box up for me yesterday, and I offered a couple dollars to go out and get a fancy hat, and she refused it. She don't take money from them. She don't even take money from me.
So I just want to make sure that you know that we're not making one penny off of this. We're not making money off of Livingren. When I mention Livingren's name, we don't make money off of.
We're not in it for the money. We don't promote anybody over the other
No.
or anything.
I am going to start reaching out to some people to get our guests started back up because the weather is getting nicer and it's not as hot in here. So
Nice tonight.
I will be doing that and getting, people in that can help us, share their experiences. I did reach out to somebody today, and it's going to be, hopefully, she will be here with her husband, and they also have,
Yeah, we have some good guests lined up. We're just trying
Yeah.
to get her triangle everything together. Everybody's so busy now with vacation.
yes, in
But we got a couple
October.
really cool guests that really want to get in.
Yeah,
The studio.
October 28th, we have Barbara coming. She's funny as hell. And I can't wait to talk to her because she's just funny. And Christine, you can chat through your phone. You cannot chat through
Yeah, so
your
just log in on your
telephone.
phone if you have it on your television, which is cool. If you got a smart TV out there, people, you can put the YouTube app on your smart TV, and you can see us bigger than life.
Yeah, just what you want to
way
say.
big on the big screen.
Can
But
they
then-
comment on their tablet or just their phone? Yeah, so if you're watching us on a tablet, you should be able to find the comments. Where, I don't know. If you are on your phone, okay, follow the instructions on the Facebook page that he just put up.
On the old site, on that page, on the Facebook page, there's instructions on how to
Right.
do it. So essentially, with a lot of these with TV, you got to use your phone to actually put comments in. So you can leave it up on the TV and go on your phone, and you can type in your comments, and everything comes up.
But we're here, we're listening, and if you have a question or concern, you can always give us a call in again. If you are new to this, we're just kicking back and talking recovery.
And I just sit here and look at how flat my hair is.
And I'm sorry, but
we
we're just suffering from sinus infections. It's just been terrible. The whole house.
Typhoid went through the house. I mean,
Yes.
everybody.
And
Even the dogs are coughing.
yeah, so it's just been terrible. We are on antibiotics. We are not
But
contagious.
we are COVID free.
Yes.
We had to test it.
This damn cough just doesn't stop.
I noticed when I was jogging this morning, the coughing. I was afraid
Yeah.
of waking up the neighbors.
I went in
hit
to
that out.
grab some cough drops and I forgot. I got sidetracked like I do. I'm easily sidetracked. Oh, look, there's something shiny.
Oh, shiny object.
So, just know that we're here and we're listening. And if you guys have a question or concern, pop it in the comments if you can comment.
Yeah.
And
I mean, last week we talked about recovery houses and all, as I remember, right?
yes.
So I guess we don't even really have a topic tonight. I mean,
Well, we don't have a topic tonight because,
because we covered them all.
yeah, but it's just
But
crazy.
there's, like,
a
so
fancy
many
hat is needed for Lori on the walk. Yes, and talking about that, thank you, Sue. Tomorrow, Livingren is doing a walk at the Garden of Reflection, starting at 1 o'clock. They do have extra shirts, so if you do it, want to come out to the walk, you can.
Not a long walk. We walk through the Garden of Reflection because the big walk, was canceled this year, just 2 weeks prior or 3 weeks prior.
3
to the walk.
weeks, yeah.
The big walk at Penn's Landing, for safety issues and COVID issues and whatever issues. But we're still walking independently.
Yeah, so
it's a good place to come out, meet some people, chat, get a
yes, get a shirt, and I don't know how many extra they'll have, but
shirt. It's beautiful, the Garden Reflection. If you've never been there, it's the 9/11 Memorial up in like Wakefield Township,
Yep.
Yardley, Newtown, whatever it's called.
bring your kids. It's
Not
such
far
a
from the 95 exit up there in Newtown.
No.
I mean, there's signs as soon as you get off the exit there leading you to it. It's a short
Yeah.
drive. It's beautiful.
and it's just a beautiful day. We are going to take a group picture and send it to the Walk for Recovery site so that everybody can see how many people came out to support those that are in recovery and doing well. And we need to get back to being out there and, oh, Larry found us.
And you guys get to meet us live. I mean,
Yes.
Laura will be signing autographs and such. I mean,
Yeah.
she'll have 8x10 black and white glossies.
I am so sorry.
Take it
This is
easy over there,
terrible.
woman.
But it's going to
hello,
be a
Larry.
great time. October 9th is coming up as well, and that is the Back to Livingren Day. That will be happening on the campus of Livingren. There will be a bounce house for the kids. There'll be vendors. There'll be resource tables and speakers, barbecue, and just an all-around good time.
And don't forget, a DJ.
Yes, and DJ Pappy P will be there.
I will be in the house. I won't be signing any autographs because I really don't have a fan base.
But if you have somebody that is struggling out there, you have somebody that needs to get into recovery, and you want to be prepared for them when they're ready, the resource table's the greatest thing you can do is to get up there. So do it. Hold on one second. I'm trying to get
Official
somebody.
Serving DJ Pappy P. It's not P-E-E, it's just the letter P. You see what he did? He's besmirching me.
I love Irvin. He's so funny. He's a funny guy. He's a funny character. But
Everybody's funny.
Barb, I'm
Daddy's
trying.
funny, too.
I just have to find out where I have it. It's if you go to Living Hopeful, it's on there. So be prepared. Be patient. I'm gonna try and find it for you, and then I'll send it to you so you can pop in.
Fishing was swerving. I just can't stop saying that.
But I'm sorry, I'm just getting that tickle thing. I might run into the house and grab myself a thingy-do-up.
It's not
which-
another one of them thingy-do-ops. That's the
think-
third one today.
Yeah,
cough drop?
yeah, one of those things.
Drink your water.
I'm drinking it. It ain't helping. It's not going away.
You know, if Fred was on, Fred would tell you to what? Take some honey. Fred fixes everything with honey. He's like this holistic approach to life.
Yeah. But this is the throat, Fred, so I don't know if you were...
Fred said honey works on everything. Matter of fact, I got some out there that Fred gave me. It's in my gearbox. Mm-hmm. I can go get it for you right now.
Yeah, I'm
It's right
telling
in the
you.
next room. It's in my gearbox.
Hopefully, Barb... Barb's here. She found us. But anyway, we're talking relapse, and we just have to be very open-minded when it comes to relapse, because not only does it hit us and hit us hard, it will hit our loved ones just as hard. They,
And we got to try and make it clear to our loved ones if, God forbid, should it happen, to come to us. It's not the end of the world. A relapse doesn't have to mean a collapse.
right.
So like, you don't want them to be afraid to tell you for fear of letting you down or for fear of upsetting you. But, you know, it's going to upset you, but it's all part of the process. We're going to let them know. I mean, please come forward and let them. We'll work through it together.
Yes.
I mean, it's very important because, I mean, it happens. You know, I don't like to say it's all part of recovery, but it happens quite often, and sometimes it doesn't happen. But, you know, it's definitely a reality. And, I mean, we're on this ride together. So we'll get through it, we'll push through it, and we're going to pick up from where you left off, and we're just going to push through and continue. I mean, let's not throw in the towel, you know.
No.
I hate that expression. Throw the wash water out with the baby. That's the stupidest thing. I like throwing the towel. It sounds more macho.
Fred's in the house, but apparently he's not watching us on his phone, so I'm getting some information from him.
About holistic cures?
Holistic
This
Cures.
guy is phenomenal. Let me
he
tell you,
is.
I'm
He's
waiting,
awesome.
I'm waiting for him to go out into the private sector
Yes.
and just start pushing his remedies. This guy
Yes.
he's a whiz with honey. Mm-hmm. He knows the ins and outs of honey.
Yes. But
I'm surprised he
remember,
don't have his own bees yet.
I'm telling you, he's getting them, I'm sure.
I might be surprised. We should
He's
say
got the
that.
dog first. and
Michelle
then-
might be getting him a beehive. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe for his birthday.
But like he said, you know, we have to remember that relapse is possible. It's not everybody's story. It's most people's story. Not giving you the okay to do it.
Right. It's so hard to say that, but you know, that's just no nice way to say it. I mean, like
Right.
what Lori said, I think that was a good way to say it.
Yes, and
You know, it's not giving you the flags like, it's okay, I mean, it's expected. It doesn't have
Right.
to happen.
you know,
Sadly, it does.
not everybody is one and done, and not a lot of people are one and done either.
But yet, I know great success
Exactly.
stories that they are. You know,
Exactly, and
So it's not like it never happens.
Irvin says most of us know the feeling and have been through relapses before. We love you no matter what.
That's correct.
And we do. And, you know, we're still going to, you know, react because it's just human nature. We're going to react. Hi, finally was able to get on. I can't go through the app. Fred is still trying. Well, you can go through. I sent him the link, so he should just be able to tap the link and come on.
Right. If you were on the television, Michelle, I mean, you can go through his phone to comment.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't know if you got
And she's
on
commenting.
the smart TV.
Yeah.
She's commenting. So, duh. Yeah, I guess you can comment.
So I guess she's on her phone or her tablet and is commenting, Fred is still trying. So Fred just needs to,
It's not working. We've been trying.
huh,
I'm confused.
so anyway, just remember that they're struggling with their relapse just as much. Hi, Sarah. I love it too. We're learning. We're getting there. And there's a few people that are jumping in. Remember to share this out, subscribe, and
There we
like
go.
us.
More and more of our people are finding us. Thank
Yes.
God.
Yes, it is hard to find us because it's new. We had to move to a different forum, so we did. But remember that our loved ones are suffering just as much as we are when it comes to relapse. They have guilt. They are, you know, angry with themselves. And they feel helpless because they know that we're hurting along with them. And Barb got us on TV, and I'm guessing you are commenting through your phone. That's my guess. But
Way to go, Barb.
but this is the important thing that we need to know, that it happens, but what can we do to help them get back on track? It is up to them to get back on track, but the hardest thing that's going to be for them is walking into that meeting that they've been attending knowing that they relapsed. A lot of people can really get in their head with that, but you don't have to. That is your support. They are there to help you get back up and figure it out. First off, why did I relapse? What was the cause? Why did I have that first thought? When did I start the process of relapse? Was it a gradual, or was it just an abrupt relapse? What caused you to pick up? And what can you do differently to change that direction? That's the most important thing that we have to figure out on that. So,
You know, a lot of time you feel yourself approach at that point.
right,
And you don't say nothing. You don't use your tools, you don't work, and you don't say anything until it happens. I mean, you got to cut it off at the pass before it happens, you know. Do what you need to do, use the tools that
Right.
you've learned. You know, call your sponsor, call your friends, and deal with it before it actually happens. Because you know, you're feeling a change in yourself. You know something's wrong, something's up, and you know it might lead you down a road you do not want to go. So
right. And
don't clam up and be ashamed, or don't want to get anybody else involved, or upset them, or drag them into it. Drag them into it. That's why we're all here. That's the best thing about recovery.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody works together and tries to help each other out. You're not dragging nobody into something.
Right. And
that's what they're there for.
Irvin is working a 12-step program, which everybody has their own program. And I don't care which program you're working, but
He has 12 rod and reels. So
Yes.
that's what it is.
But Irvin says, no program, no meetings, no prayer, no defense. And that's so true. What have I done for others lately? You know, we're always into our head, and it can be very, very selfish is addiction, substance use disorder. And Irvin also says, when's the last time I helped another alcoholic or drug addict? Doesn't matter, substance use person. You know, that's what this is about. This is, you become, and I'm sorry, but you become a family, and you're there to keep each other up. You're there to keep each other accountable. You're there to help the new person that comes in the door. And whether you are working that program or you're on a MAT program, you still need to be connected with support. So that is the most important, that you need to make sure that you have a support team with you. Get phone numbers, call people. It's the most important thing that we can do for ourselves.
Maybe even experiment with a different platform of
Right.
recovery. I mean, there's so many out there now. I mean,
Right,
you know, we're becoming a little more versed in smart recovery and being one of there's
right,
and they all have different approaches and different, you know, curriculum or whatever you want to call it there, and it might aspire to you.
right. And Irvin says, that being said, I'm nowhere near perfect and fall short a lot, but I ask myself this question every night. Keeps me accountable and plugged in. And that is so important. You know,
It's very important to stay, that's a great point there, to stay plugged in and embrace your recovery and don't be complacent in it. I mean, that sometimes we just get too comfortable and we stop doing the things we need to do to keep it fresh.
Right.
You know what I mean, to keep it in your head.
and Barb says, I was in the grocery store and wanted to walk into the liquor store inside. I called someone for the first time and got out of there. Good job, Barb, says Irvin.
That's awesome. That's great to hear.
And that is your connection. That is what keeps us where we need to be. And it's hard because, this is what's going on in our stores now. Wawa is starting to blend the alcohol into their stores as well. And it won't be long before the gas stations have them and little convenience
The
stores.
gas stations all have beer and all now here.
Yeah.
And
So-
wine
And that's why you keep your
and some of our
list.
southern friends on my lab because it's been like that down here forever. But
Yeah.
It's all new for us here in Pennsylvania. We're kind of archaic out here. I mean, our liquor laws. Things are really changing though out here.
Exactly. And
And the dispensaries, my God, they're everywhere.
I when I lived in California, it's actually crazier now because when I was just out with my sister visiting a couple years ago, I walked in and they have like these massive bottles of Jack Daniels. The minute you walk in the store, it's
Why
like
don't they have dispensaries in the food stores? It'd be like, hello, food.
they will.
I mean, oh my God, it's
They
like a
will.
win-win. I mean, why liquor? I don't make you want to eat more. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
They will.
And put a dispensary there and just put more baked goods on all these folks. I mean,
So, and there it is. There's your connection. Staying connected with your recovery people, your recovery family. It's so important. And, and again, if you're on MAT, you still need that support. You can't just be on MAT and say, oh, I'm just not going to do it today. Well, guess what? There's always something going on. And today was, a tough day for someone that I care very much for. And talked about a trigger. And we were walking into... we were walking out of the store. We were coming in to put our groceries away, and there lays a needle in the parking lot. Orange cap on it, the whole setup, just sitting in the parking lot. And I know how bad it affected me that it was just laying there. And knowing what a trigger that could have been for anybody that was fresh into recovery. And they mentioned what it did to them when they saw that. And that is somebody with long-term recovery. And long-term recovery can be as short as a trigger. And I was pissed because, it's there. It's right out in the open. And, if it's... And everybody will say, oh, it might have been a diabetic. And like,
oh my gosh, that's not the truth. I mean,
Stop.
if you put that on social media,
Yes.
I saw that the other night. Somebody said, how do you know it wasn't a diabetic? The diabetics, they know to throw their needles around after they inject their insulin.
Right.
They tend to be a little more responsible.
So, Irvin says there's liquor and dispensaries everywhere here. I just have no reason to go to the strip. I'm much happier going to dinner, fishing, bowling with my sober friends. Right on, Irvin. I mean, you go to where you enjoy.
But isn't the strip where you get them $5 lobster dinners I've always heard about in Vegas?
I don't know about
I'm
that.
in Vegas just for them dinners. I don't gamble. I hardly drink
Yeah.
because I'm not a recovery folks, but I don't really drink. But and I love to eat. And I'll tell you, I would go to Vegas just to put a hurting on them buffets out there that they try to lure you into the casinos with.
Well, it's funny because we have somebody that we could stay with for free and go to those buffets. Like it or not, Irvin and Stephanie.
Well, you'd be
But,
dragging me into those tick-infested weeds on every strip, every body of water out there. I'd be
Yep.
covered with ticks.
Yep, and being bit by
I'm a tick
scorpions.
magnet. I'm a tick magnet.
He could be bit. He could have a tick on him
I
in
get a tick on me
February.
running a snowblower.
In February in Fargo, he could get a tick on him.
They did Digby. I don't know. Why.
Yes.
It's weird.
But anyway, that's and you're in Vegas, so I'm sure it's everywhere in Vegas, I'm sure. And Ben Salem, every time I turn around, they're popping up everywhere. These dispensaries and these vape shops that aren't even vape shops anymore now. They're just head shops.
CBD.
No, they're head shops. They're. It's just ridiculous.
Kratom. I mean, it's like, I think just opened 2 new ones in Croydon, the town up the road from us on the other side of the creek. And they got 2 vape and shops. They're not even a full block apart. They're one on each side of the street, like a half a block from each other. It's incredible. They like both open simultaneously.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's such a market.
Yeah. So Bob Matthews reached out to me and said there was an accident in front of Parks. That's why the traffic was so bad.
Ah, thank you for that update, Mr.
Yes,
Matthews.
he was stuck in it. That's why he knows.
And he probably had a dinner reservation somewhere and was very frantic with the guy.
Yeah.
Likes to go out and eat.
And
Different
Barb,
place every night.
and Barb, I just want to mention a little thing. I know you were reaching out to me and saying, I need help. How do I go to get help? Where do I go to get help? And I'm thinking, you're going to Vegas. You're not doing anything until you get back from Vegas. You're like, I'm not starting my diet until all the chocolate in the house is eaten. Thanks for that birthday party and the piñata that will be filled with candy. Like, you know, I'm not going to start while there's birthday cake here. I'm not going to start when there's candy here. I'm not going to start until this pizza is done. Like, this is where our heads are, you know? And that's where we have to find the strength. Like, I'm there with candy and sweets and pizza and junk food. And, you know, I can have all the fruit and frickin' vegetables in the world, and they'll go bad before I put that candy bar down. Like, that's the problem.
Yeah. Sadly enough, I mean,
You're not a jerk. You're not a jerk. I just knew that you were not going to be ready until you got back from Vegas. It has nothing to do with you. It has to do with how your brain was working. And that's what substance use disorder is. You know, it's your brain does not work like the normal person. Not that it's normal, but you know, we're all normal.
There you go, using that disparaging language.
Yeah, we're
Take
all
a whole
normal.
course about that.
We're all normal. We just have different chemicals in our brains. Some have the addictive brain and some don't. It's not that you
We
were
all
a
process
jerk.
things differently.
You wanted help, and you knew you wanted help. You knew you needed help. It was just a matter of
you knew that-
when you were ready, you were ready.
And in that environment, you know, it would be a weakness. Mm-hmm. That's understandable.
But guess what? You went to Vegas, you did your thing, and you reached out again, and you went through it. You followed your, you know, need. So that's awesome. Abby Normal.
Abby Normal. Young
So,
Frankenstein.
So, and you knew it. You, like, right there. I waited to stop drinking until I got back from Vegas. You knew it. There was no changing your mind until, you know, you already had that all set up. It wasn't like you were going to, yeah, I'm going to cancel because I want to go into recovery. Like,
It's like me going on a diet while I'm on a cruise.
right.
Counterproductive.
Yeah. So,
Too much temptation.
and look where you are today. You're living in recovery, you're learning, you're educating yourself, and voila, you are reaching out like you're supposed to. And that is what, I knew you were going. And that's why I said, nope, you need to go.
Woo, 153 days.
Yep.
Woo.
And that's awesome.
That's great news.
And not every day is a good day.
Love to hear that. Yeah,
You
not
know?
every day is a great day. Not every day is an easy day. That's for
Nope.
sure. But you're
Nope.
taking it one day at a time. It's so weird. I got my hand to hold up because everything's reversed on that.
Yes.
Looking at myself on the monitor here. Wow.
Well, you wouldn't have wanted her to reach out while she was in Vegas because she wasn't ready. So that wouldn't have been good for you. But you know what? She knew when she was ready, and she reached out. She did what she needed to do. She took a different path than I suggested, and she's doing amazing. And that's why I'm just here giving suggestions. That doesn't mean you have to take the suggestion.
We don't have all the answers. We don't
No.
necessarily have any of the answers. All we have are suggestions.
Yeah, and that is what she needed to do. That's what you do. Take my suggestion, go the way that I, suggest it, and it may not have worked. So here we are today. You did what you needed to do for you. You took your own suggestion on how you were going to do it,
Right?
and you have 153 days today.
Which is fabulous.
And that's
Fabulous.
amazing. And
And sometimes all we need is just a little nudge, a little self
Yes.
assurance from somebody who cares.
and trust me,
Well,
I'm
you
not
know,
going to baby. I'm
and
not
that's
going
all you
to,
need. That's all you need to move forward. I mean, you just need that little,
and I'm
little
not going to
self-assurance.
sugarcoat it for you. Oh,
little cheering
you just
section.
need to do it. You need to do it. You need
And you
that.
did it all yourself. I mean, we didn't do nothing. You did it all yourself, and that's something to be proud of. You really,
Yep.
you did a great job.
Yeah. And you come in
We're
here
very happy
every
for you. I
Friday
mean, trust me, we are.
is awesome.
We love you tuning in. And, your positive approach and your success, it's good for others to hear.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It helps others who tune in and say, well, can do it.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's why, it's great to be surrounded by people that understand your predicament, that understand addiction and recovery and such and all, because we're non-judgmental, and we kind of know what you're going through, and we know what advice to give you. As I said before, this isn't something you can talk to your neighbor about, probably,
No.
or even your own sister or brother. I mean, because if they don't understand addiction, you're going to get nowhere. They're already prejudging you and stuff, Because people think they know about addiction, but in real reality, most people have an opinion about addiction. They really don't know about it. It's an opinion, and many times it's not accurate. Me being one. I mean, I had a whole different outlook on addiction 7 years ago. So that's why I don't get angry at people that think differently than me now, because I was them at one time. So that would make me a hypocrite to get angry.
And I'll tell you, a lot of things that I do, like, things happen for a reason. You're put in places for a reason. And 40 some years ago, I moved to Levittown.
40
And-
something. Okay.
40 some,
Okay.
a long time ago.
I'm just getting the I'm doing the math here.
Yeah, so that is just, we moved there. I knew nobody, and the first person that I met was this blonde-haired girl across the street, up a little further, who reached out, and we became friends. And that was awesome. Of course, we moved a lot, and disconnected. And 40 plus years later, I get Facebook, and here,
People cross paths.
yeah, I don't even remember how I found you, but I did. And we were just hanging out on Facebook for a while, and we reconnected. It's just weird. I haven't seen you yet since we reconnected. We've just been hanging out on Facebook. But, you were there for me when I didn't have anybody. And, it just, No, you don't owe your decisions to me. They're your decisions. You did that on your own. That was totally you. You may have heard the seeds dropping, and you planted them in your own little self, and you ran with it, and that's.
Oh my goodness, Eric's in the house. We were just ready to send out for
Eric,
the police over for a well person
It's
check.
about damn time.
We
Better
thought
late
maybe you
than
were
never.
stuck in a briar bush chasing a dog. The things that go through our mind when you're not here. I mean, it's craziness. It's just crazy. Thank God you're okay.
Yes, Barb, and I will always tell you how it is. When you're struggling, I'll call you out on it.
Yeah.
And I don't sugarcoat it. It's, this is a disease that could kill you, and I will not sugarcoat anything. And there's some programs out there that does, oh, it's okay. Just get back up on that horse again and you'll be fine. No.
We do what we say. We say what we do, whatever.
And sometimes we say it harshly because.
Yeah, sometimes we say it mean. I don't know. But sometimes do what you say what you mean. Just don't say it mean.
Right.
But sometimes we got to be a little tough.
Yeah.
Because it's a tough disease, addiction. I mean, it's not it's something to take lightly.
No.
It's life altering.
And Pappy's going to talk to you for a few minutes. I'll be right back. I have got to get a lozenge because it's just killing me. I'm getting that tickle and won't stop.
She's getting a lozenge. Eric Claus, remember? I used the fence. Aha. So now it's just us. Let's just change this whole subject now since I got open format. We're going to change the whole thing to religion and politics now that she's not. Just kidding. But it's great to have Eric in the house. Eric is one of our people that tunes in a lot. Him and Larry are very well versed in the recovery world. They both got a lot of years under their belt, and they're just a plethora. There's another one of goofy words of knowledge. You know what I mean? They're very well versed in addiction, and they don't pull no punches. They say it like it is. I mean, working recovery is not. Working recovery is not candy coated. That's true, Larry, and we can't candy coat it and say it's all sunshine and unicorns. I mean, it's tough. Recovery's tough. If it was easy, we wouldn't have a gazillion people in it or suffering from it. I mean, it's what you put into it. You got to work it. You got to work your recovery. You got to embrace your recovery. You have to. Everybody around you don't have to embrace it. That's your job to embrace it, and that's when you start taking it more serious, and you give yourself more credit. Because you actually feel like you've accomplished something that you never thought you could. And then when the good things start coming back into your life, it's like, man, this is great. I got this person back in my life. I got that back in my life. I'm doing things I used to do. I'm hanging out, doing things I did years ago before I had all this problem. With people, we're going out to dinner or doing this and that. People are talking to me again. Because let's face it, people know you have a problem, and they will start avoiding you. I mean, you're going to notice they're not inviting you out to certain things and all because maybe you have a tendency to get a little out of hand. Once you start drinking, many of us get very opinionated, might get nasty, might get too melancholy, so it could be all different things, and people just tend to start avoiding you. And you won't realize that because they don't make it obvious, they don't tell you, they don't want to hurt your feelings, but you start ruining their good time. And then you'll see after you get clean and sober and they see the change in your behavior, you might start seeing these old friends coming back into your life again and family members who dodged you. And then you're going to see your life is changing for the better. And it's one thing I can guarantee you. I'm not saying everybody, but I guarantee you we'll see a change in people start coming back into your life once they start trusting you. And trust is something that has to be earned, okay? Not a given. They don't owe it to you because you put in all work. It's something you earn. You earn their trust. And you know what? There's just nothing more satisfying than that. When you think the whole world's given up on you, and then the next thing you know, people are coming back into your life. There's nothing more joyous. A lot of people might be keeping their children from you. You know, it could be, you know, your children, your grandchildren, you know, your friends' children. I mean, it could be anything. You know, it could be a godchild, a very close friend of yours. You know, your child's godmother or godfather. You know, and then you went off the rails. I mean, you got caught up in your addiction, and they didn't really bring the child around you much anymore, and they never said why. They make a million excuses because they don't want that child to see you like that. You know what I mean? Kids are very impressionable, and they realize a lot more than we give them credit for. But they don't talk about it, but they see it, and they talk about it to other friends or this or that, maybe. I mean, pardon me. They just assume, you know, that they don't see it, but they do. So if anybody wants to call in, remember the line is open, 267-737-8031. I mean, we'll address your questions or problems, and here comes my lovely wife with her lozenges. And I think it should pick up from here. So no more talking about religion and politics. We're talking about recovery now.
Jackass.
I think it's all good. So I think I carried it along, kept their attention, and I give it back to you. Eric, still happens to me, and I don't drink. There you go. Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah. Well, I got my lozenges. It's not helping,
Oh, man, you smell like mentholyptus.
but that's the best thing in the world.
Mentholyptus. Boy, there's a word. Somebody just make that. What are we
Halls-
going to call this crap? This menthol stuff.
And I have Hall's honey and lemon menthol.
Fred would approve of that.
Fred will approve. And you want to talk triggers? I just walked out of here and I was like, why has he got a bottle of wine in here? It was the fire extinguisher. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, that you confused the fire extinguisher with a bottle of
Well,
wine.
it's dark out
What the hell
there.
have you been drinking out of?
It's dark out there. I just saw the
Fire
shadow of it.
extinguisher.
I'm like, what the hell
A
is that?
bottle of wine with the big hose sticking out of it for.
Oh, we have a caller.
There we go. There's our icebreaker. Hello, caller. How can we be of assistance?
Hello, caller.
Hello, daughter.
Hello. Did you find us okay?
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Awesome.
I like your Enterprise spaceship chair.
Oh, yes. We got this for Richard for your birthday?
It's when he
Christmas?
when he first put the studio together, we
Yeah.
got him his purple director's chair.
Yes, purple is his color in case you hadn't
You haven't
noticed.
noticed, be honest.
Yeah, I saw that. But I mean, it looks like an Enterprise spaceship chair.
Yes, and the arms go up so he can play guitar.
Oh, that's good.
You want me to, should I
It
play
looks
Scotty?
comfortable.
I don't think she can take it, Captain.
Hey,
So what can we do for you tonight, my favorite mother-in-law in the whole wide world?
I was just commenting on the spaceship chair. It looks very comfortable.
It is actually very comfortable.
And a little message. Let Barbara know I am pulling for her.
Yes, she can hear you. She's on the show.
She is on the line,
Okay.
and she will hear you, and I'm sure she's glad to hear that.
My
I mean,
mom
the more
and-
support, the better.
Yes, my mom and stepfather are not on their phones. They're on their televisions,
Yes.
so
I'm
they
bigger than
can't
life.
comment.
They can get me bigger than life. Ain't I more handsome not being on the portal?
Barb says, "Oh, thanks so much, Mom."
Okay, you take care.
Yes.
All right, you tell your hubby we
Okay.
said hi, and
Hi,
hope
hubby.
he's feeling good today.
Everybody's doing great.
Awesome.
That's good to hear.
Okay,
Awesome.
I will cut off in case my buddy Larry calls in.
Okay.
I know it's early for him, but
He's probably getting a pedicure as we speak.
Yeah, he's painting his 4 nails.
That's a Manny. That's a Manny.
Yeah, now she's getting his mani.
okie doke. I love you. Take
Love
care.
you too.
Thank you
Thanks for calling.
Thank you for tuning in to all
Okay,
our friends.
bye-bye.
So yeah, we have to watch triggers too, that can set us back. And that's pretty scary sometimes.
Not the Lone
The
Ranger's
triggers.
horse.
No. Is it? Trigger?
I can't remember. Some famous Cowboys horse. It's ringing in my head. Don't know.
I don't think it was Lone Rangers. Could be.
I don't know. I'm sure Eric will know.
Eric
Or
will.
Larry.
Eric, yeah, and Larry.
Eric and Larry are experts in useless knowledge. They're great with these kind of things. They're like, boom, right at the bottom. Everybody
Yeah.
knows whose course that is.
Well, Kronbar is
He's probably
too.
yelling at the monitor right now.
Yeah, Kronbar is too, but he's at his home group, so he's being a homie. But
Don't you know me?
yep. So you know, we just have to watch our triggers too, and you know, falling back into those difficult moments, because sometimes we can't get out of them, and that could hurt everybody involved. So
Don't you forget.
don't, you know, just be careful. That's the most important.
Talking about being careful, you know, right now, especially around drug addiction, I mean, going into the more seedier sections of our inner cities is more dangerous now than ever. And it's like violence is like off the hook, like, you know, areas like Philadelphia's Kensington area and Chicago and, you know, different places where the drug trade is rampant. It's more dangerous now than ever. It's like, it's so sad to watch the news anymore, to see the level of violence that's plaguing our nation right now. I mean, in like all of our big cities. It's like, I can't even fathom it. It's like, it's intensifying by the week. It's like the counts of this violence and robberies, and it's just off the charts, especially like in Philadelphia. All kidding aside, I mean, they had a police dispatcher mugged in front of police headquarters in Philadelphia. Right in front of headquarters. That's how gutsy the criminal element has gotten. It's like, wow. It's like there's no accountability, apparently. And that brings us back to accountability, like a recovery. I mean, without accountability, you just go off the rails. I mean, if everything goes amok, everybody has to have some accountability that keeps us on the straight and narrow. You know, that's why we push that in the recovery world, is that there being consequences. We all have to have consequences. I mean, why don't we do 110 mile an hour on the road? Because you're going to get pulled over, you're going to get a ticket, and you might lose your license. That's your consequences.
Because my car don't go that fast.
So, like, if there was no speed limit, we'd all be going as fast as the car could go. I know my wife would. She'd be getting about a mile in a gallon. Because my wife has a lead foot.
No, I do not.
But,
My
yeah.
car does.
But that's what happens when our cities, you know, they start laxing on, you know, prosecuting different people because the system's overwhelmed or for whatever reason they claim it being. Well, the criminal element, without consequences, it's out of control. It's like the wild, wild west here. And I got to drive through Philadelphia and all. You know, when I drive a big truck, and I got to tell you, I mean, you see people acting up, and I just let them do their thing. Hey, guys, playing cat and mouse in front of me today on 95, I just took my foot out of it and let them get way ahead of me because, you know, next thing you know, they bump into you, they're going to take a shot at you. It's that bad in Philadelphia right now. You got to watch making eye contact with people because they're looking for you to make eye contact with you. Like,
Right.
what are you looking at? You know, like, oh, gosh, here we go. So, down in our seedier neighborhoods, you know, it's all about your swagger and how you carry yourself, and everybody's looking for a target down there. I mean, that's why I don't do outreach right now. I did outreach for many years down there, and you know, I stick out, and everybody starts sizing me up. I'm out there with a bunch of women. I'm a big guy, you know, and they're all sizing you up constantly. You know, they're watching you.
Yeah.
And like looking for your weak points and this and that, and that's why you got these poor parents going down there looking for their loved ones that are trapped in addiction on the streets, and they stick out like a sore thumb. They stick out like a target. They're going to get mugged. They're going to get.
Yeah.
And it's more so than ever right now. So I just, you know, to anybody out there, I have friends out there in addiction, put that bug in the rear. You know, let them know that it's dangerous down there. I mean, now is probably the best time to start looking for an alternative like recovery and get out of that rat race, because if the drugs don't get you, the people around you will.
And it's sad that it's happening so everywhere. It's really happening everywhere. But our big cities are
suffering
just
so badly.
really.
I mean, between the drugs being adulterated with fentanyl and who knows what else anymore. You know, everybody's just looking to take advantage of a situation there. So it's very dangerous.
Yeah. So, anybody out there that may have just joined in, out there that can comment on maybe something that they're struggling with, that we could offer some suggestions. People in the feed that are here
Sure,
could
could all help and
offer
chime in.
their experiences. That's what we're here for. We're here to listen. We're here to help the person, as Fred says, get another day, and get the first day. That's, get that first minute. That's what we're here for. That's, if you're struggling, we want to help you in
Absolutely.
whatever
man.
way we
Reach
can.
out, like I always say. Don't ever think your question is silly or not important. It is important. It's not silly. I mean, it's a question, and you got every right to ask it, and we'll try to answer it in any way we can. But don't feel as though it's going to put you in a poor light or something like that.
And remember, you're not judged here. And if anybody does get into the chat or the phone and they do judge, or they
The only way I would judge anyone here is if you use garlic salt. I have no respect for you use garlic salt instead of using regular garlic. I don't know why people even buy garlic salt or have it in their cabinets. But I will judge you on your level of cooking if you ever mention me to use garlic salt. Don't you put that out there. Anything other than that, I'm good.
So,
Put that out there.
anybody out there struggling? Come on, we want to hear from you.
I think all our friends, they're cured.
They're all cured.
They're all cured.
Okay.
We can retire. Take a nice boat ride to Camden.
Yeah.
Ferry ride, a nice cruise. And we can find some people struggling on the other side of the river.
Yeah.
But it's great. Let's say the time's 10:12. We got about 18 minutes left. I mean,
I don't know. Is there anybody out there? It sounds like a song to me.
Is there anybody out there? They might have all went to bed.
And
Maybe
I
we
know-
put them all to sleep.
And I know Eric and Larry will be the one to start singing that song.
This is the place to sing. Hey, anybody
Oh.
wants to sing, you're free to come over to the studio here. We have a vocal booth right on the outside of the window here from me. Got a live room, performance room with drum kit, plenty of guitars, plenty of recording devices here in front of me. You can come in there. My engineer over here will record you, make you sound good. That's what he does. He makes bad singers sound good.
We use granulated garlic here.
Granulated is fine. Doesn't have to be fresh.
Or fresh.
Fresh is great, but granulated is very good.
Or jarred. And I'm really struggling because I'm trying to find dried garlic. The little tiny ones, whatever you call them.
Well, you got powdered
Minced
garlic.
garlic.
And you got minced garlic.
But I want
which
it
is the
dry
granulated.
because it's less bitter.
Right, not the one that's packed in the oil.
No, I don't want
know
it
what you
wet.
mean.
I want it dried, minced
And there was a shortage
garlic.
of minced garlic for a while. We had a hard time finding it, and we scored it. Then you got granulated, then you got powder. Who knew there was so much garlic out there?
Yes.
I love garlic. You put enough garlic on anything, it tastes good.
And that is so true. But
Just not if you can hear me. Is there anyone at home?
is there anyone out there?
Just saw Australian Pink Floyd last night. Oh, they're really good. You know who else is good? Brit Floyd, which is probably them. Another name, but Brit Floyd. You can find their videos on all YouTube. They put on a phenomenal show for a tribute band. And, with all the effects, the orchestra and the effects, the bricks on the stage, phenomenal.
Yeah, I wanted to see.
Hello, hello, hello.
I would have loved to
Anybody
seen
in
Elton John, but that's not going to happen now. And that kind of sucks.
Does that guy got a nice hairpiece or what?
Yes, he
Okay,
does.
It almost looks as good as mine.
Eric Clapton. I love Eric Clapton. He sings one
It's
of
great
our
that we talk
songs.
about that. I mean, we just seen a great tribute band a couple weeks ago. We had one of those mini brewery things up the street there, and they got a nice venue there, a nice stage, and also. And we seen a Bruce Springsteen tribute band. Now I know it's Bruce Springsteen. I don't give me all the negative comments.
Right.
Not a big Bruce fan, but it took us back, and we had a very good time.
It was very good.
The
And
guys are really good.
he just was at the.
He even looks like him.
Yeah, he was at the community park here as well. And I was going to take off from my.
There's a lot of good tribute bands out there now, and the guys are all getting older, and it's getting less and less of them. Mm-hmm. Another great one, the British Invasion tribute band.
Yes.
Really good, friend of ours. I mean, we just met him a couple months ago, and what a fabulous performer. I mean, really, he does a great job. I mean, that's something else to check out online. Mm-hmm. So we could change to a part music format. Last 15 minutes of every night.
Yeah.
Joe Nestor was in town this week. We didn't get
I
a
am
chance to see
so
him.
mad that
He
I
was in
didn't
town last weekend
get there
at the
because
Christian
he's
Life Center.
awesome.
They had a big musical thing there. Every year they have a really big music show, Christian music and all down there. And Joe showed up. I know a lot of these know Joe Nestor. Familiar with him? No.
He is.
Definitely
If
a
you
talented
haven't,
guy.
and I do post him on my page. If you have not, and I am.
He's all about recovery.
Right. My page is still very active on Facebook. We're just not doing the lives there anymore. But I do post his music there. It is amazing. He is an amazing performer. So check it out. I'll pop one up again so that people know. Slipknot. Who was just in town? Were you at the last one? It was like a whole bunch of metal bands. I wanted to go, but guess who's coming to town? And I have to go. Oh
Ginger?
my God, Ginger is coming. I want to see them so bad.
Ginger. Is it metal?
No, Jinjer.
I thought it was
Yes, it's
J-E-R.
Ginger. And oh my
It's a heavy
God.
metal band with a female singer that's phenomenal, and the way her range changes, it's just blow you away.
If you like metal, check out
Yeah, she sings,
Jinjer. And
yeah, such a range in her voice. I'll just put it like that. I won't
they're
ruin
coming
it
to
for
the
you.
Fillmore. I want to go so
The
bad.
Fillmore East.
So I hope I can go because they're amazing, 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 amazing.
We'll have to bring 2 kids with us, so we'll all go.
Look up the song Pisces. I love
my
it. It's
grandson just loves Ginger. He watches on the TV. Sometimes we do to distract him when he's in one of his moods. We'll put her video up.
we'll put Pisces up, and it's. I love all of her music, but
My grandson loves all music.
Yeah.
He's going to be a real music hound.
yes, he is. Third Eye Blind. There you go.
That's good.
Pantera, Slipknot, cool.
We like all that music. We're not old farts here.
Jackson's.
We chased our son around for years as a metal band. But when he's even underage, carting him around the show after show after show. We've been metal parents for quite a few years there, running around. And now he's all grown up, a big boy
Yep.
next to me here.
I went disco to metal.
Got his own sound studio, own live. He got it together. That's what he does now. He loves music.
I love music, and I love all kinds of music. I'm not in
We remember he
particular.
was in band, playing the trumpet and everything when he was just a little guy. Mm-hmm. He's been around music just about all his life.
So what else? What else is going on? I already told you about the walk tomorrow. If
Walk,
you are
back to
near,
Living Green Day.
it starts at 1:00. You come out, join us. We're walking. We're going to meet in the parking lot right outside of
Metal Mummers. There we go.
Metal Mummers. We're going to be right outside the memorial in the parking lot. That's where we're going to meet. We're going to take a stroll around the park. It's beautiful. If you've never been there, it is absolutely beautiful. And, and we're going to, I guess we're going to have some fellowship. We're going to talk. Maybe we'll even get somebody to speak. You never know what will happen. And then if you want to go to Oh Wow Cal afterwards, we're going to go for ice cream.
I
And-
lost my zipper. I've been playing with that thing
Good.
for weeks. Where did it go?
But feel free to come out and join us. We are starting the walk at 1 o'clock. We will be there.
Eventually.
We will be there
We have
as
a very
well.
busy schedule tomorrow.
Tomorrow is going to be a full day. But please come out and join us. We will upload the video to the ProAct virtual walk so that they'll compile everybody that's doing a virtual walk. They'll compile that and put it together eventually and put it up on their page. That is the ProAct.
Don't forget November, we got a dance coming up. I mean, you might want to start clearing your schedule now
Yes.
so that you can make our big Living Grid
Do we
dance,
know-
the Harvest Moon dance.
Do we know what date that is? I haven't gotten the information on that yet, so I think it's in my phone. Let me check. But November is our 1-year anniversary from our very first dance.
It started out to be a very good fundraiser. for the
It
Harvest
looks
Moon
like
Committee, which,
November 19th, and
what it does, it helps sponsor people early recovery.
yes.
It's a little.
And if anybody is in the area and they do want to
Yeah, anybody that's local, I mean,
provide
hit us
a
up.
basket,
We're always looking for baskets to raffle off and such. I mean, it
Yeah.
could be anything.
and a basket can consist of your favorite things.
Anything but
A gift card,
Alcohol? No.
yes, no alcohol.
no basket of what that basket of cheers that is called? Yeah, none of them, but anything
Yes.
else works well.
And
And,
coming up on October,
And that could be services too. That basket. I mean,
It could
if
be
you own a business,
services,
they could,
massage,
oil
oil change.
If you're a hairdresser, maybe a
a
free
plane
cut.
ticket for me. I'm sorry.
If you're a pilot, maybe some fishing lessons. If you're an avid fisherman, do we know any of them out there? I don't know.
No.
But if anybody's an avid fisherman out there and wants to give us some fishing tips, that could
But
be a
really, let me find it. I also am helping out with a fundraiser coming up in October. It is sorry guys, it's a beef and beer. And I know this is a recovery show. This is for a girl that was in recovery for a very long time and ended up getting breast cancer and fought as hard as she could for 3 years and didn't make it. So they are doing a fundraiser for her to help with her children that were left behind. And she was on my show. She was on our show. And I say that "our" because it's just not our show.
It's her show.
It's all of our shows.
I'm just a guest.
You're not a
appearance.
guest.
I'm like a big man. I just
I'm
come
here
in.
for everybody, and everybody can join in
I know
and
she added me the
whatever.
Rich and Lori show. I noticed that tonight on the heading. Rich and Lori and guests.
let me see what day that is.
I'm like that big man. Hello.
But they're also looking for baskets. I believe it is $35. It may be more or less. And I do know where it's at. But I'm going to post it on my page so that we know where it is. And please feel free to, reach out to me if you want to provide a
Will we have a
basket.
sober table with like velvet ropes around it or something? Or maybe
I
we
don't
could
know what
separate
it
ourselves
is.
from the normies.
So just so we're always looking for baskets. We're looking for baskets for the Back to Living Grid Day. We're looking for baskets for this is just so that we
The
can.
beef and beer, and there have been when they run out of beef. They never run out of beer, but they run out of beef. I mean, what a sandwich!
Yeah, so that's just let me know
We never run
because
out of food at our dances. Let me tell you, Georgine's puts out quite a spread for us, and they take care of us.
they do. And the food is amazing.
It's very good food. I mean, And believe me, I eat a lot of event food, for lack of a better term. I mean, when I do weddings and different, events throughout the year, I mean, I eat more chicken parma here than any of you. I can tell you the best event holds the best chicken parma. Everybody has chicken parma. And the string bean, I like all the usual dishes, but Georgie's has good food. Mm-hmm. A lot of places you go, it's kind of mediocre, with the fake meatballs, with 3% meat.
Exactly.
I mean, I eat a lot of that food, but now I get to know all the events. I know what their specialties are and what to avoid. So, the people say, "What you going to try to such as?" Oh no, I'm watching my figure. It sucks. I can't say that.
But really, reach out to me if you want to, any information on any of these events that are coming up. And I'm still trying to find the one for Trace.
Or if you have a recovery type event coming up, maybe we'll put it out there on the airways for you, somewhere close to you. If you guys have some kind of event going on, we'll definitely talk it up on here.
Yeah.
That's what we're all about.
And like I said, and I'll say it again, I do not get any money for doing what we're doing.
Talk about anybody's event. I mean, we're no allegiance to anything. I mean,
no.
Like I said, you'll see a lot of Livergreen here because we spend most of our time with Livergreen. They're friends of ours, the whole Livergreen family, and they're local to us. Mm-hmm. So we talk about them a lot. We spend a lot of time with them. We do a lot of events with them and all, but we're not partial. I mean, to them or anybody else. I mean, it's not a competition.
The Beef and Beer is on October 8th. The answer. So reach out to me. I don't have the information yet on where it is. I have it in here somewhere, but it is October 8th. And then on October 9th is the Back to Livingreen Day. So,
A busy weekend for me.
yes, it'll be.
Well, I'm not working the Beef and Beer. I'll be eating there, but
Yes, we'll be eating there.
I am working back to Liverpool.
And that is for Trace Schickling. She was on our show with her sister last year or the year before. And she's going to be missed. I didn't know her. I just, follow her on Facebook. She is a funny girl. Funny girl.
With 3 minutes left, we have a caller. Can we guess who? Hello, caller.
Hello. Hello, caller.
You're a little scratchy, but
Hello?
we hear hello. Can you hear us? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello, caller.
I'm watching you on the screen, and this is your sister, and I wanted to tell you guys, you look fabulous on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Are you saying I don't look good in person?
Apparently we don't look good on FaceTime because we FaceTime. This is my sister. She is in California, and she's watching us on her big screen.
There you go.
'Cause
There I am, larger than life, baby.
just what I want
You
to
look
be
great.
on a big screen.
Well, thank you for that positivity there. That's very nice of you. It's very nice.
Yes, thank you very much.
Do you have your friends over? Do they all say us out there? Or is it just you, Dean?
2 so far. Everybody else is still at work or something.
Gotcha.
So I'll be sending out
Yeah.
autographs. Don't worry about
I'm
that.
very sorry to hear about it. This is the end of your camping season today. This weekend, you're not going to have any more camporees until next year.
Well, thank you,
Over
Barb.
on your property there. I didn't know if you had a marshmallow shortage or what the problem was, but beautiful weather.
No, the rain's coming in.
Oh, yeah,
The rain's coming in, and now summer's over.
There's always something there in California.
Yeah.
Forest fires, rain.
It's not over until September 22nd. Don't rush my summer.
We've been having a few 3.5 earthquakes, too.
Turn
So,
your volume down, listener.
Yeah.
Turn your volume down. We're getting a double bubble of audio here. Hello?
anyways, I just wanted to call and tell you guys you look fabulous. You're doing a great job, and I love you.
Well,
We love
thank
you
you.
too,
We
Jen.
love you too.
That's over here.
And I'll get back to you. I was very busy today. I was doing the lawn,
Tell
so.
everybody out there we said hi. Tell your lovely husband. Dave
Okay,
we said
I was
hi.
trying to, yeah.
And Sadie
right.
and all your friends.
Okay, I'll talk to you after a while. Love you guys.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you. She didn't like the
Bye.
feedback. Bye. She did not like the feedback, apparently.
She didn't hear me. Tell her about the feedback. That's all right. I always wanted to do that. You know, you always heard talk show hosts say, listener,
Yes.
please turn down your volume.
Okay, guys, remember, if you would please subscribe, share, and like the page.
Yeah,
So that we
looks like we
can,
lost a little viewership there, but they're tuning
Just
back
so
in.
that
They
we
got lost in
can-
the shuffle.
just so that we can, help the next person. You never know who needs to hear something. And
Talk
we're
us
here
out.
every Friday night, almost every single Friday night. There may be some glitches, but
And we promise you some new people. New
yes,
speakers coming on and all. More and more
Yes.
people become more receptive to us because they've watched our shows and they see we're legit. We're the real deal. I mean,
yeah.
and they want to become involved. So that's awesome.
Yeah, Barb is coming up on October 28th. And
not our Barb on here, another Barb.
not this Barb, another Barb. And we also have Brian Kennedy said that he would be interested. He is interested in coming in, and he owns some recovery houses. And that way we can, get some more education on and recovery houses and how they work. So if you are listening, please share, please subscribe, and please like. And everybody have a great week.
That's right.
Enjoy what's left of the summer. Leave my summer alone until the 22nd. It is mine. And then I'll bring out my hoodies. So everybody be good. If you are struggling, please reach out to 677-337-8031. And we will see you here next Friday, everybody.
Right. Remember, recovery works if you work it.
Peace out, everybody.